Hello, 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 hello. Let me just hop on over to YouTube, make sure that we are in fact live. This is B. I am 52. Woohoo! It's my birthday. I need to go to my channel. Yeah, get me there. Thanks. I want to go to my channel. Buttons, buttons, buttons. We are live. Yes, we are live. Yay, I am over here. I am 52. Woohoo! It's my birthday. Okay, we're going to press that. We're going to mute that. And then we're going to go back to the other thing. And we're going to wait a minute for everybody to make their way on in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B. This is a special Oracle read. I missed last Sunday. Sorry. I was not in any way, shape, or form ready to do an Oracle read. I was zonked. So I took a day off, because why not? I knew I was going to do make a makeup, and I'm making it makeup here and now on Friday. So we have Aisha. Is it Aisha? Aisha, hello. Welcome, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you ask a question? Of course you can ask a question. We'll ask a question while I'm shuffling. I have a new birthday deck. I'm very excited about this deck today. So this deck here, brand spanking new, a birthday gift to moi, is called the Shadow and Light deck. And I don't know where its little booklet went. It ran away. Its little booklet doesn't want to be found. Yes, the Shadow and Light. Is that not like a perfect kind of deck for me? For all of us out there, because we both do, we all do the shadow and the light work all together. So I'm going to shake this up. We've got, said, is he thinking about me? I'm sorry, I don't understand your question, hun. Are you talking about your twin? Who are you talking about? Is somebody thinking about you a lot? I don't know. My answer to you would be ask them. I don't do twin flame oracle reads as in like what's my partner thinking about me, because do you know why? That would feed the energy that we don't want to feed. We want to be thinking about you, not thinking about them or what they're thinking or what they're doing or anything else. So I'm not like other oracle readers in that I'm not going to push any agenda towards you thinking about somebody who isn't there in your presence. If you're wondering if somebody is thinking about you, you need to ask that somebody. And if they're not there, we're not doing it through cards. Do you know why? Because if you keep looping and putting all your energy into somebody else, you're going to stay in a really difficult emotional state for a much longer period of time. So the sooner we focus back on self is what it will work. So I'm sorry, that's probably not the answer that you were looking for. You were probably looking for a nice romance deck. I have one or two of those, but I don't do those kind of reads where I'm going to tell you that he's in love with you when I don't know the answer to that question. And Spirit has given me very strict instructions that we don't do those kinds of reads. We don't do love and romance to feed a partnership when they're not there. I hope you understand that because I want to actually help you. I don't want to take from you and I don't want to feed the addiction that is the twin flame situationship. We want to move on with our lives and focus all of our energy on self. And the first card that we pull up is card number 30. Hello, Yvonne. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Appreciate that. Is appreciation and greed. So shadow and light energy. We've got heart chakra energy coming in here. We've got this lovely little lady in here. I'm going to get my glasses on. It's very dark with the new studio lighting. So she's connecting to her own sense of intuition and looking within. is what she is doing. Connecting to that third eye energy. When you connect third eye to heart, the answers that you seek are within you. Having appreciation for your inner sight, your inner awareness, and going within. So this is asking us all to do a little bit of meditation with our heart space. Perhaps when you're doing meditation this week, we're going to focus our energy on ourselves, our own heart space, placing hands on heart and appreciating the love that we can have and cultivate for ourselves, and not looking for outside of us, because the shadow element of this card is greed. So where is it you're trying to grasp onto outside of yourself that you don't have? We need to bring it back into self. So if it's I'm grasping on to love, okay, I can give myself love. I've been activated. I can give myself the love, the energy that I need. If you're grieving, I can give myself the compassion that I need. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Use the Ho'oponopono prayer. It is so amazing. You can break it down into segments. You know, just sit there, one whole meditation. Use one sentence. Use I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Send that love right back into the heart. Maybe it's you're going through some grief still, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're experiencing this. I'm sorry that you're missing them. I'm sorry that you're not in contact. I'm sorry that you're feeling sad. I'm sorry that you're crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. This big, beautiful heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This big, beautiful heart of mine is amazing. I love this big, beautiful heart of mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but not least, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you for grasping. I forgive you for holding on to things that we shouldn't hold on to and learn to let go. So that is card number 30. That is our first card out for today. Next up, it's time for a bitch slap, because, you know, sometimes we just need a little bit of a slap to remind us, you know, like a fry pan upside the head, to remind us what it is that we should be focusing on. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day out there. The energy's up and down, a bit fluctuations, and that's okay. You gotta rest when you can. You gotta eat when you're hungry. You gotta listen to the present moment. Practicing being in the here and now is really, really important. Be here now. Which reminds me to Aisha, you know, if they're not here now, then that's not what you're focusing on. Bring it back to what's here now. Who's here now? You know, what's going on around me in this here and now is where we need to focus. And then look, right, see, this team's up here. We just had appreciation, and she was like third eye energy, looking in, taking that eye and looking within. And now we have this message. Are you ready here? Go the fuck within to find the answers. It turns out your heart holds all of the fucking answers. So there you go. Yes, these partner up very nicely. I was just giving all these messages, these ones, but I said we needed a bitch slap, and that's what these are, the bitch slaps from the Universe Oracle deck. So this is like bong, getting hit over the head with a fry pan, reminding you that the answers that you seek are within you. It's all within you. It's about you. It's the you movement. It's you, you, you. So heart-centered, heart-focused. Go within your own heart space this week. Folks, that's where we want to be. That's where our attention wants to be focused. Yvonne says she's having a better day today and yesterday. That is true. Yes, it has been lighter. It has been lighter. I'm even like... my sleep schedule is starting to right itself again, which is kind of nice. I actually slept during the night last night. I'm a bit tired today because I don't know what, my body doesn't know what's what. But yeah, feeling kind of good vibes. And I'm certainly enjoying my birthday. Woke up to a plethora of messages, and I get to have dinner with my soul kids today. So that's pretty awesome. I have one biological child. He's 24. And then I have now 4 because I have new people that moved in with me, and they're in their 20s, and I love them to pieces, and they're my soul kids. So I get to, it's like God said, hey, you did such a good job with the one soul, with the one child, that I'm going to reward you with 4 more. I dig it. I dig it. Dog dig it. So next up, we're moving into the Starseed Oracle. I like this. Perspective, people. We have to have a little bit perspective. And the perspective that we need to have is got to be coming from our higher self. We're zooming out. We're moving back. Okay, so here we go. Perspective. Look at that perspective. That's really freaking higher self, far away perspective. That's not a close-up view. If you're looking at a situation too close and you're micromanaging it and wanting to like analyze it so much, then you need to take a step way, 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 way back. And remind yourself that none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So I like this because it reminds me of a lot of what I've been doing. As the mind likes to create worries, we need to zoom away from the worries and come back to, is it happening here and now? Are you worrying about money, or are you worrying about job situations, or are you worrying about marital statuses? Are you worrying about things that like, well, maybe in a week I'll do this, or maybe I'll in that. Nah. Zoom back out and say, is it happening here and now in this present moment? Then no. Okay, we're zooming out and we're saying, hey, I'm giving myself a little bit of a distance from all of these things that the mind can just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin to. So when we zoom way far back, we get a little bit more clarity and we kind of see the whole picture. Okay, so we're looking at things now from soul. We're not looking at things from ego and pulling it apart, because the ego is going to tell you all kinds of lies. It's just such a liar. It really is the biggest liar that just goes in your ear and whispers things like, you're failing. They're not going to like you. It's wrong. You should do this. You should do that. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Oh, you messed that one up. Oh, it'll never happen. Doomsdaying. So we're going to pull ourselves back far away from those lines of query and say, hey, wait a second. On a soul level, what's happening? On a soul level, oh, I'm experiencing things fully so that my soul is acquiring information. You know, I was talking with a client today, and this very well thing came up, and I was explaining, you know, when we zoom into a situation, we're looking at it super close. You know, we may say to ourselves, oh, I'm failing because, you know, the 3D matrix way of looking at things says, you know, you need to do this, 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 and this. But when we zoom way out from the soul perspective, your mission, if you're watching me, your mission was to come down to earth, to go undercover, to deep dive into observing humanity at its worst. And so a lot of my followers have been embedded into dark situations and difficult life situations. And so it's like been trying to run a race with a million things working against you and wondering, why is this like working against me? That's because we're going to zoom out and go, oh, wait a second, I'm deep undercover. That's not what my actual job is. My actual job isn't to be like successful by 3D standards. My job is to be on a soul standards, experience things from a perspective of observation so that I can experience what it is to fail. I can experience what it is to feel depressed. I can experience what it is to feel stress responses and addictions and all these other things, so that my soul can step into mission and have the experience it needs to not only assist me get out of it, but assist others get out of it. So from a soul perspective, you're acing it. You're doing a fabulous job. Oh my God, nobody could do it better than you. You are SEAL team. We are SEAL team. We are soul SEAL team that has come down to experience the worst of the worst in many situations and overcome a lot of trauma And then go through this crazy ass awakening that is bringing in our purity. So we have from the Sea Oracle, Sacred Sea Oracle, card number 14, the Priestess of Purity. That's what's been happening, dudes. Is we've been going through this incredible purification program, and it is incredible. Even though it's miserable, it's absolutely miserable being deep washed, deep cleaned, steam cleaned, scrubbed, rubbed, purged, squeezed, all of the denser energies have been the last year particularly, but it's been for many of us many years now, so that we can radiate out all this light. Look at that light that's just flowing off of her, because when we clear out all the denser energies, we clear out the toxicity, we clear out the bad habits, we clear out the limited thinking, we clear out the unhealthy physical as well as emotional as well as mental, then we are in our authentic energetic self, and we're in this beautiful energy where we're vibrating out this beautiful light. Now, be advised, when you're vibrating out a beautiful light, you're going to irritate people. I just wrote about that this week, that when we are in our highest vibration of authenticity and we just walk in the door, we're going to irritate people. Before you even have a chance to say a word, you're going to irritate people, because if they aren't matching that same energetic, it's going to be like uncomfortable, because they're not in that purified energy yet. They're still in an egoic, so you can't take anything personally, and you just shine brighter. Again, when those situations happen, zoom out, and it's not about you. It's you've showed up in this bright, brilliant light. You've triggered them, and you're like, I'm going to zoom out, and okay, they're having their thing. They're doing their thing. I don't need to let that trigger me anymore, because I'm in this higher vibrational state now. And I just be like, okay, I'm going to slowly back away out of this situation and not get involved with the drama. No more drama. No more drama. Next up, I'm going to go into the Lord of the Rings Oracle, because these are all my favorite decks. These are my favorite decks for my birthday. Okay. Let's see. This is a lot of cards. See what Frodo has to say to us. Wouldn't it be nice if we got Frodo? That would be cool. Spirit, what are the messages we need most at this time to keep us focused on self? There we go. 2. We've got 2 coming out, and I'm going to get my little booklet-y thing, because I need it with this deck. Because they're very specific messages, and I don't want to... I like it. We have the Knight of Rings and the Ace of Cups. Ooh, I like the Ace of Cups. The cups floweth over. We're filling ourselves up before we spread the wealth and everything else to everyone. So the Knight of Rings, I like it. We're looking back from where we came. We're leaving the ruins behind us. Okay, so Knight of Rings. That's nice. We've got tree energy. So let's go in and we'll get the exact messages coming from the Knight of Rings in this fancy, fancy tarot deck. This is why I don't generally read tarot, because they're very specific, where I use art. Knight of Rings, Faramir. Faramir. This knight rides into your reading with command. Pursue your mark with kindness. Just as Faramir led with the compassionate heart, you are being advised to move through your quest by taking the high road. See? High road. When we trigger others, we're not going to get engaged in that. We're going to take the high road and stand at a distance from it. And say, be fair, even if others are not. So if you have some people coming into your sphere and are doing some manipulative communication, the best approach is to disengage. Make choices in line with your personal ethics. Don't compromise who you are for what you want. Ooh. Are we going with soul or are we going with ego? Where I think we're looking behind and saying, look, that's who I used to be over there, someone who would react to that, but I see your bullshit now. I'm not falling for this nonsense. I'm not getting like sucked in to this. I can see what's happening. Oh, you're like drilling me with questions and being very intrusive. I'm going to just turn that around and say, why are you asking me so many questions? Oh, it's just been turned around. Or I'm going to say, I don't have time for this right now. I'm going to have to go. Or if it's, on the internet, you're just going to block and delete some stranger that's getting in your face and being rude. You don't need to engage in it. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is kind of where I started on this read about always coming back to self and focusing on yourself. We're not focusing on the others. We're certainly not focusing on our twins. We are not doing that. We are focusing on ourselves. That's not to say that they don't pop into your head. You can't help that. I get it. I get it. But if you're constantly wondering what they're doing, then you're throwing all your energy. You're only making your life worse. You're throwing all your energy into them. Bring your energy back. Call your energy home. Where is this Ace of Cups? This thing is huge. Here we go. It's on this side. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, like all aces, represents the beginning. We're finally at a beginning. Oh my God, I love it. The beginning. We are at the beginning of a journey. This Suit of Cups is grounded in emotions, matters of the heart. Okay, so how many times have we had heart now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards now, all saying heart. Okay, so we're being very heart focused, people. Very heart focused and sending that heart energy back into self. As understanding your feelings. So the Ace signifies a new relationship coming into your life. That's interesting. This could be a partnership, an alliance, or a relationship with someone with whom you want to share your life. Whatever it is, give wholly of yourself, and in turn, you will receive unexpected, life-changing love. So that is very big. I'm liking that. So be on the lookout. Keep your eyes wide open and be on the lookout for new people. Not old people returning, but new people coming in to offer us things. And be on the lookout. Does it match my criteria of everything I want? Because I left an old version of me behind. I don't want the same of that. So now that I've done all this purification work, what I should be bringing into, what should be coming into my sphere will be a completely different energy of somebody you're not used to. And it will be weird. And it is weird. All of a sudden, I'm having all kinds of new coming into my life. My numbers are growing on my YouTube, and people are finding me on Facebook, and I'm like, wow, this is so awesome, but this is so weird. So be aware that we're in touch with our emotions here. We've got our emotions under control in our hands. We're not losing our nonsense over anything. But when the new comes in, when the good comes in, be wowed. So we're opening ourselves up for a little bit of awe. A little bit of weird, wonderful. Weird and wonderful would be a lot better than some of the dark and dismal. Right? Bye-bye, dark and dismal. Bye-bye, abusive and assholes. Hello, reciprocal energy. Yes, I want to go into partnership with you. Yes, I want to be friends with you. Yes, I'm willing to contemplate perhaps dating you. If that's what I see. I want to see good energy. So I'm excited about that. I've already seen a massive inflow of new people coming into my sphere. As I said, my followers went up 100 people this last month. 100. That's very cool. And welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new warriors. I'm loving that. And this deck is very hard. Yes, we need to welcome everyone that's on this path. And there we go. That's falling out. Openness. Ha! That's a nice card too. Well, these are good messages because we're talking about heart space in 4 cards, and now we have the card openness, which is a full moon. Okay, so this is kind of like saying, listen, we've done the heart work. We're sitting in our heart space. We're sending our energy back to us because when we fill our own cup, the cup flows over, and then everyone else gets our love around us. So the more we give to ourselves, the more everyone else benefits from it, which is fantastic. So that we can come out into the world with an open heart, a big, beautiful, full heart, all in unity with self. We love our shadows, we love our light, we love ourselves so much that we can hold space for others and be in this energy of openness, willing to receive. And I like this, look, because his little hands, he's like holding the cup like this. So the hands are like this. This is receiving. I'm ready to receive. I spent my life like this, people pleasing and fawning and sacrificing and doing all of this. And I've done all this like healing work. And now I've like purified all of my like nonsense. And so now I'm able to be like, I'll just wait. I'm happy. I'm happy being me. I'm happy out. I can just wait. It's fine. I got a big, beautiful heart and I can give myself all of that I need as well. I can be open to loving myself, open to loving my shadow, open to loving my inner child. Just open. We're just going to start being open. That doesn't mean that we're going to allow ourselves to be like taken advantage of. That's why we have boundaries. If we have healthy boundaries at play, we can be open. If we don't have healthy boundaries at play, we need to like guard up and be like protective of ourselves. So we need to make sure that we're always in environments where we can be open. If we can't be open, if our heart can't be open, if we're shutting part of our heart down, then we need to move on. We need to move on and put that behind us, like Faramir, and ride off into the sunset. Looking behind at the ruins. Look at the ruins. He's looking behind. He goes, yeah, I'm done with that. Done with that. Okay, so we next are moving into the Healing Spirits Oracle. Messages we need most at this time. We need three messages coming through. Okay, so we have, I'm running out of space here. That's all right. I'm going to just move these out of my way. We have one spirit guide, one way. So we're all making our way back to source. That's the end destination. So on our path, there's many ways to get there, perhaps, but we are working our way there collectively, back into the energy of source energy, which is where I want to go. That's where I want to go. We're making our way there. And we're using our gifts of natural healing powers to get there. So there still might be, and I like this because this isn't really so much healing self as she's healing others. She's healing this tree. So this tells me we're being kind of called into mission a little bit more. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a healer, but I'd hazard a guess perhaps you are. And you're being called now to step into mission in some way, shape, or form where you are utilizing your gifts for the betterment of humanity or the world around us. Being that she's healing a tree, maybe environmental pursuits is something that is part of your healing mission, and you want the world to know, hey, We need to treat this world better. So I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to grow a garden. And, you know, that maybe that's part of your healing mission, is growing your own garden. I would like to do that in the spring. We're currently snowed in right at the moment. But, yes. I like it because if you look at this tree, she's freeing a bunch of spirits. I'm going to zoom in on this. Look at this tree that she is doing some wonderful healing work on. And you see all of, family tree. Family tree. You're healing your family tree. See, when I zoom in, I can see it now on that. You are healing your family tree, the ancestral lineage of what's going on. We're breaking all of those curses that came before. So now that you're in purity and you're in strength and you're being guided by spirit, what is happening is now the others. First we did ourselves and worked on ourselves, and now we can work on the others to heal. And when I say work on others, that doesn't mean you have to like go knock on somebody's door and say, okay, listen, I got to talk to you about your toxic behaviors. No. We don't go out of our way to give unsolicited advice. But if somebody comes into your sphere and is thereby triggered by your energy, okay, so a lot of this, I'm loving this. One spirit, one way, okay? There is one divine rule, okay? That one divine rule is free will. So, everybody has free will to choose what they want to choose. You cannot bring a horse to water and force it to drink, okay? So if you have somebody in your sphere that has not done the work and is not healing does not mean like hitting them over the head with it and lecturing them and demanding and saying, you need to do this and you need to do that. No, free will means that healing means that we take a step back from the situation, we put ourselves in our own heart space again, and we let them sit in their trigger. We let them we give them the space to figure it out, because in giving them the space, that perspective again, okay, we give them the space, we walk away from the situation. In walking away, they're forced to sit in their own shadow, and when they're forced to sit in their own shadow, that's when they will do the work to bring themselves back to as well. Okay, so this is something that a lot of healers have problems with, because we think, oh, well, I know the answers. I know how to help you. I know how to heal you. I can make it better. And what we do is we get in their face and we get in their ears and we like are kind of nagging and annoying. And they're like, leave me alone. I don't want to heal. Stop pestering me. Why are you doing that? I'll do it my way. And so what you have to do and accept is the law, the universal law, the one universal law is they have to do it their way, which means for the betterment of everyone involved, give it distance, give it perspective so they can sit in their own mess for a while. Otherwise, what you're doing is enabling. So we're not going to enable, we're going to step way back from it and give ourselves the distance that is required for them to sit in their own filth. And when they sit in their own filth, they'll eventually get uncomfortable enough and want to change. You cannot change somebody who doesn't want to be changed. Even though it sucks. It so totally sucks. You're like, oh my God, I could totally help you. Why? If you just listen to me. Yeah, that's not your job. It's not your job. Your job is to take care of you and get yourself safe and to give them space. And in giving them space, they're learning their lessons and you're learning yours. And your lessons are no more self-sacrificing, no more people-pleasing, no more tap dancing on eggshells, no more altering ourselves into the shape of a pretzel to try to get them to respond in a certain way. No more pleading, no more begging, no more nagging, no more none of that. We're stepping way far back from that and saying, okay, good luck. Good luck with that. I hope you figure it out. I'm going to try to have faith. I'm going to sit in my own heart space and I'm going to have faith that you're going to figure it out, and you're going to figure it out way over there, because I can't be around you when you're figuring it out because you're way too toxic to be around. And then last up we have card number 32. So these cards were 21, 6, Woo! 6. Today's the 6th. It's my birthday. And 32. So when it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. So we are really connecting in with our own energy. So there's, a little bit of a dance happening here between these two energetic spheres. And so we need to be in an energy of like, is this coming together or is it not? Is it coming together? Expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. This doesn't feel good. I'm gonna take a step back. This feels good. I'm gonna take a step forward. So a little bit of a dance energy coming in. We're listening to our own intuitive voice. We're listening to our own energy of what vibrates as a yes. It's either a hard yes or a hard no. It's not a, well, maybe if I just work on it a little bit harder. Maybe if I, no. If it's a maybe, it's a take a step back until it's a hard yes. Next, okay, that card just jumped right out, so I'll just take it. Aha! There we go. Love. Love is in the air. La na 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 na. I gotta stop singing, but I can't help it. These songs just pop into my head and hear them. Love, may you dive deep into your passions. Diving deep into the passions. So love energy, more heart energy, more connecting to heart and seeing what feels good for me is what I want to do. It's who I want to be with. It's where I want to work. It's what I want to do. I'm going to sit with my energy. And if I feel passionate and excited about it, I'm going to do it. And if I don't, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to walk away from that. Because we want calm waters. Waters are our emotional center. If our emotions are all over the place and it's choppy waters, that's not a pleasant experience. That's not a love-filled experience. But when we can be all in the like, oh, I feel good. I'm feeling, my emotions are all yee, then people are going to want to be around you when you're in that energy. And so if somebody else is all choppy waters, you don't want to be around that. So dive deep into your passions. Listen into your emotional centers. We have been practicing for the last 2 years what it is to release emotions, what it is to sit with emotions, what it is to allow them and not deny them. So we're not going to deny any emotional impulses that come up anymore. We're going to listen to them fully and appreciate them for what they are. I like that. The beautiful, oh, I'd love to be out on that water. Very serene. Pink clouds. Yes, we are being illuminated into a whole new level of love. This purification that we went through, it is all about opening our heart center into its fullest. We had the openness in full moon. It's about opening us into our fullest energy. And so when we're in that full energy of loving compassion to self, then we can be able to give that to others. You can love without liking. You can love without participating. You can love without being in the same place. You can love in space and distance, is the message coming in. We went through those very quickly. So if anybody would like a card pulled for them, hello, gracias. Greetings to you, Kiki. If you would like a card pulled, please put it into the chat there, and I am going to pull one here. Why not? It's a little bit of lightness and feeling good. This is Inner Fucking Peace deck. See what this one has to say. All blissed out and nowhere to go. So we are hibernating still. It might feel a little bit annoying, but you know what? It is December, and that's what we do. In December, so we just chill out. So make yourself a cup of decaf coffee or mushroom cacao, even better. Get yourself some sugar-free biscuits. God, I just take the fun out of everything with some non-sugar like erythritol or monk fruit or stevia or perhaps, and just bliss out in your own space. Bliss out at home. And the back side of this card says, guess I'll just chill. So we're chilling out a little bit. We're not, we're just going to ride out the rest, I think, of December. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, which is all about resting energy anyways. So let's just ride out the rest of it's been choppy and wavy and like two tsunamis coming in and like knocking us over for the last year. So let's just ride it out. We're gonna just ride out this like wave and just be in loving and kind energy to self. What is here now? I'm just not gonna worry about anything until January 1st. How about that? How about we're just not going to worry. We're going to just be here now, deal with whatever comes to us as it comes to us, distance ourselves from some of that negative stuff. I like that. I like that. So card for Yvonne. Okay. I'm getting drawn to the flowers. The Flowers Oracle. So there we go. One jumped out. We've got Crocus that came out for you, sweetheart, which is the card that is telling us to breathe. It's a reminder to breathe. In light of what's going on here, I'm not talking about heavy-duty breath work, no Wim Hof stuff for you. I'm talking about long, slow, calm, relaxing breathing. It says calm, rest, stop, and just be. So that really ties into everything that we've been talking about today. These lovely little crocuses. And crocuses peek through first thing in the spring. So I'm also getting an element of spring. By spring, things are going to look very different than they look currently. Crocuses peek out, I think, through the snow, actually, here in Canada. I know you're in the UK, so you may not have snow, but they're one of the first little flowers to poke themselves out and say, hey, what's happening? But we're not in the spring right now. We're in the hibernation phase. So we're going to stay home and drink hot drinks and breathe and practice being in the now. That's the vitally important. Be in the now. What is here? What is now? Who is here? Who is now? If it's not here now, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? Anybody else like a card? Throw it in there. And while I do, I'm just going to say thank you very much for everybody for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed today's read. And if you fancy sending me a new deck, my Amazon wish list is usually in all my descriptions. And you can go on there and we can get a new deck, because it's always fun to have new information. I enjoyed this deck here of the Shadow and Light. It's very fitting for us. So it is. Also, news, updates. Tomorrow, I am doing U-Talk. Usually I did it on Fridays, but it wasn't going to work with his schedule, so it's tomorrow at 5 with Tyler, which I'm quite excited to talk to Tyler. He's a very interesting gentleman that's gone through quite a profound awakening himself. So that's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be talking live with Tyler. Come and join the chat if you want to, and ask him a question. You can shoot it off into the chat. If you would like to be on You Talk, I would love to hear from you. The way to do that is to send me off an email at justbebeing, that's JUST, being, at gmail.com, or get in touch with me on Facebook at Be Freedom is my handle over there. And with that said, no more chats, no more cards being asked for. Then I'm going to love and leave you all and wish you all the very, very best as we continue to ride out the rest of the year like this, nice and gently, giving ourselves lots of love, being in our heart space. I'll do a quick reminder. Will I do a quick reminder? We need to put our attention back within ourselves and go the fuck within. We're being told keep a nice perspective and distance from all things dramatic and nonsense. because that's not what we're evolved in. We're now in a much higher energy, radiating out from this purification process that we've gone through dark night of the soul, and coming out of that, and we are looking behind us at the ruins of the things that no longer belong in our lives. We're filling our own cup. We're keeping our heart space open to new things to come into us. We're not interfering with other people's life lessons. No offering of unsolicited advice. You wait until somebody comes to you, and otherwise you give them the space to sit in the muck to heal themselves, because it's within distance to the family tree members. So all your family members that have been kind of not understanding what you're going through, we're going to let them figure it out for themselves. Maybe even perhaps their own awakening has started because yours is triggered theirs. So be there when you need them, but when they need you, but don't be like all up in their grill. Listen to your emotional center to guide you of what feels good to you. I'm going to only just do what feels good. If it doesn't feel good, I'm just not going to do it, because I'm going to be all blissed out, taking care of my own needs and everything else at home, not going anywhere, eating sugar-free foods, be practicing calm, rest, stop, and just be. Peace out.